Welcome to Poetry in the Life Feast. I am so excited about this workshop. You're going to love it. I want to read to you a description of poetry that I absolutely adore. Poetry is the discipline of gratitude, a vow to notice mundane things and inject them with awe. And that's from Samantha Reynolds of bentlily.com. So Samantha Reynolds is a writer, and she has written a poem a day for the past decade. And she started when her child was a baby. She felt like she was kind of living life on autopilot and not noticing the beauty in the everyday, and challenged herself to this practice, this gratitude practice, this vow to notice mundane things and inject them with awe. And what I love about this is that she perfectly describes my life mantra in these 17 words, because not only is poetry this discipline, but so is the Life Feast. This is all about a discipline of gratitude and curiosity and mindfulness. But this vow to notice these mundane things and inject them with awe. I used to say that, photos are like the photos that I would take are these tiny little love notes to my own life. And it would always feel sort of surprising or strange if someone showed interest in purchasing one because they felt so personal. And I was okay with getting over that, of course. But your brain on art is a pretty phenomenal thing. Art has this measurable positive impact on your life. And there's actually a newer field of research called the neuroarts, where groups of opera singers and filmmakers and scientists are coming together to research the role of arts in well-being in order to reduce healthcare costs and strengthen communities and, take advantage of all the benefits of art and your brain on art. This astounds and thrills me. As they've discovered, music improves cognitive function, dance can ease the symptoms of Parkinson's, architecture, environmental architecture promotes healing, and poetry, as Samantha Reynolds says, it gives us this experience of awe. Why is awe important? Well, in positive emotion studies, awe actually is one of the strongest predictors of people being better able to break down inflammation in their bodies. Awe is actually an anti-inflammatory drug. And, in awe research studies, scientists found that people who had more experiences of awe had a lower inflammation marker cytokines, which positively impacts your health. So, think about it. Like, are you stressing about your mortgage when you're witnessing a shooting star or chasing a rainbow? And I love what Dr. Keltner, the co-author of this study, said. He said that awe, wonder, and beauty promote healthier levels of cytokines, suggests that the things we do to experience these emotions, a walk in nature, losing oneself in music, beholding art, has a direct influence upon health and life expectancy. And, before we think that awe needs to be this really grand experience, he goes on to say that while awe arises during the extraordinary, like viewing the Grand Canyon or seeing a rock star, experiencing the sacred during meditation or prayer, more frequently, people report feeling awe in response to the mundane things. When seeing the leaves of a ginkgo tree change from green to yellow, in beholding the night sky when camping near a river, in seeing a stranger give their food to a homeless person, in seeing their child laugh just like their brother. So I love that he shares this. Life is in the details, and both photography and poetry teach us to pay attention to those details. Brene Brown beautifully sums up the power of art in her quote where she says, the magic of all art is the ability to capture our pain and deliver us from it at the same time. When we hear someone else sing about the jagged edges of heartache or the unspeakable nature of grief, we immediately know we are not the only ones in pain. The transformative power of art is in this sharing. It's the sharing of art that whispers, you're not alone. And poetry is so meant to be shared, right? It is a shared experience. Definitely transforms difficult emotions into something so beautiful. And poetry does not need to be this intimidating, wherefore art thou, Romeo type of experience. Everybody has a poem inside of them. The Life Feast is built upon this Picasso quote that I love, that art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. And I want to assure you that the dust of everyday life can also be turned into art.